Shalom, this is another quick one, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashar, 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 Rakakwadash, and this is the sort of response to Old Testament Israelite confounded by Isaiah 53, and I believe it says, Isaiah 53, this was put up by GMS, South Carolina, 05, and this was put up earlier today, and this guy was here before, this clown was here before, and I'm entitled this video blank shut the hell up. Anyway, this is 4 minutes and 28 seconds in of a 38-minute and 25-second video, and this guy is going into the he's an Old Testament Israelite. If you notice, he has a bald head, shaven head. He has no beard on his face. He's not wearing fringes, and he's going to tell these men what the scriptures is about. This is the, for you clowns that say, well, you won't go in the hood, because you know what you got in the hood? A bunch of knuckleheads, a bunch of ghetto ass scholars. Anyway, let me let you listen to what this guy said. Show you that he doesn't understand the scriptures. That's why he doesn't acknowledge the New Testament, but he's reading out of the New Testament. It's a real joke and a waste of time with these jakes. We're only here for the elect's sake. That's when you come into this thing and you get into a camp and you start to teach, we look at you like, yeah, he could be one of the elect. That's why we use the term hopefully elect. But this guy is a hopeless non-elect. So let's listen.
He's not against the prophets. But I'm saying there wasn't a New Testament. People even thought that he might have been Jeremiah or one of the prophets, right? Yeah, but he wasn't. They thought John the Baptist was Elijah. He said he wasn't. But they thought he was John the Baptist too. I know it. Right. He said he wasn't though. Go ahead though. Go ahead.
He wasn't. You should have cut him on that. You should have cut him on that. Let's listen to that again.
I don't think it was saying about us about, but that's another point. That's another story. He said it was saying about them about, then he said, before you finish, he constantly quoted from the Old Testament. I know he did, because there wasn't quoted Isaiah, there wasn't New Testament. The prophets, right? Okay, so that's what he's not against the prophets. But I'm saying that there wasn't a New Testament. So people even thought that he might have been Jeremiah or one of the prophets, right? Yeah, but he wasn't. They thought John the Baptist was Elijah. He said he wasn't. But they thought he was John the Baptist too. I know it. Right. He said he wasn't though. Go ahead though. Go ahead. He wasn't. That's what y'all saying.
So that means because John the Baptist said he wasn't, does that mean that he wasn't? No, he didn't know. That shows you that this guy's not. He's going to take that chip if he don't repent and humble himself, and he's going to be destroyed.
Listen, let me property. Yeah. So he said he was back in the beginning with the Most High, right?
Before Abraham was, I am.
He said he had heard it said about them of old. We just said that was the Most High telling the prophets, thou shalt not commit adultery. These were the law that came down from the Most High. Right? Most about it down from the mountain. That's right in the stone. He said, but I say unto you, but he's not. Listen to what he says. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery, so they're already in his heart. That's not true. If we got a law for that, we got a law for coveting.
But you got to understand what he meant.
Because
if you look at a woman that's already got a man and you lust after, that is adultery.
But no, but it's adulterous thought. But look here.
He didn't change the father's law because the brother already read it. He said he came out.
I can't arrest you for saying I'm going to drive the street at 100 miles an hour.
This guy's an idiot, man. This guy's an idiot. That's why we don't like it when our people come up, because they waste time. Anyway, he just quoted that about the adultery thing, that even if you look upon a woman to lust after her, you committed adultery. How can you commit the act of adultery if the woman's not married? In order for you to commit the act of adultery in your heart, meaning you know that this woman is married and you're looking at her in a lustful way, and that can ultimately, if you keep looking at that woman, that's going to ultimately lead to you most likely committing adultery with her if she's not faithful to her husband. So he said, look, if you got that thought in your mind, you pretty much broke that law, because if the opportunity arises, you're gonna jump on that woman. And it's talking like vocab in them. when they came down and we were going back and forth with vocab, a woman passed by and we kind of noticed her. We wasn't looking at her ass and nothing like that, but we just noticed her. And somebody yelled out, "Yeah, don't be looking at her too hard because you'll be committing adultery." So I had to quickly explain it that's talking about a married woman, so you know that a woman is married. Anytime you get with a woman, all you brothers that have women, you get women because you lust after them. Not because you blindly go. The first woman that opens up that door, I don't give a damn what she looks like, I'm marrying her because I don't have no lust in my heart. You supposed to have lust in your heart. That's why you get with women. You supposed to lust after that woman, and she's supposed to lust after you. But what he said was, he said the thing about John the Baptist. Let me bring it up again. Let me bring it up again.
Before Abraham, right. I am. He had heard it said about them of old. We just said that was the Most High.
I got to go back a little bit more.
They thought John the Baptist was Elijah. He said he wasn't. But they thought he was John from the Old Testament. I know he did, because there wasn't Isaiah. There wasn't the prophets, right? Okay, so that's what he's not supposed to. So he died against the prophets. But I'm saying, but there wasn't a New Testament. People even thought that he might have been Jeremiah or one of the prophets, right? Yeah, but he wasn't. They thought John the Baptist was Elijah. He said he wasn't. But they thought he was John the Baptist too. I know it. Right. He said he wasn't though. Go ahead though. Go ahead. He wasn't.
So he concluded that the brother Whatisthe666mark should have jumped him on that, but that's all right. And I'm gonna jump on him anyway. The reason why John said that, I'm gonna read that. This is John, St. John 1 verse 19, and we're gonna read down to about the 23rd verse. And this is and see, you know what? You go through these videos, and this is why I do these little videos. I'll put the camera up and I'll put it up raw, because you're going to hear these arguments over and over again. So you got to keep listening to it, and then in your mind it should pop up. He went off on that. He went off on this. He went off on that. So when you're out there on the streets and somebody roll up on you, when they ask you one of these questions, you know the scriptures. You ready for them. All right. It speaks about the study to show thyself approved. A workman needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, meaning going into precept to precept. All right. What Christians do is, when you give them the truth and you break down the scriptures to them, they've been taught this is what it means. So whatever this guy says, that's Satan. I'm not going to listen to it. So we know the Lord is not dealing with them, and the Lord is definitely not dealing with this guy. Anyway, it says in St. John 1 verse 19, and this is the record of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who art thou?" 20th verse. And he, let me take this out the way. And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, "I am not the Messiah." So it goes on to say, 21st verse, and they asked him, "What then? Art thou Elias or Elijah?" And he saith, "I am not." Art thou that prophet, meaning Elijah? And he answered, "No." And the 22nd verse, and then said they unto him, "Who art thou? That ye may give an answer to them that we may give an answer to them that sent us." And anytime these people come up and they ask some questions, so-called educated questions, trust me, they were sent. All right. "What sayest thou of thyself?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet." And who was that? What was that fulfillment? Elijah. Elijah was the one that was going to be sent to 23rd verse. He said, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah." So he was talking about Elijah. Okay, so now the reason why he said no, that he was not, is because he didn't know. because the Lord cleared it up. What does it say about remembering former things? Let me go to that. What is that? Ecclesiastes. I believe that's the first verse. Ecclesiastes, the first verse. And I mean, Ecclesiastes, the first chapter and the fourth verse. It says one. Bear me for a minute. I believe it's either 1 or 4. Give me a second here. Okay, good. It was an 11 verse. Let me I'll start at the 9th verse. That's what I should have started. It says Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Meaning you keep coming back. There's a cycle. You know, a car breaks down, an old car breaks down, and it goes to the junkyard. Then it biodegrades. It goes eventually back into the earth, and then you dig the metal back up and you make a new car. It says, is there, 10th verse, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? And that goes for everything that you see. That's why you have a recycling program. And that also goes for people, for animals. It have been already of old time, which was before us. It says, 11th verse, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So we don't remember who we were back in the... I can't tell you who I was. And Elijah couldn't either. But now the Lord said who he was because he knew, because that's the Lord. He was on a... He was the Lord. He was the son of the firstborn of every creature. He goes back to the very beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That word there is Elohim. So he was from the beginning. He was over John. John said he wasn't worthy to latch his sandals. And he knew that was the Messiah. Now, when he quoted Isaiah, he should have known that he was John the Baptist. So when you go to Matthew, which I don't even have to go to that, Matthew's the 11th chapter and Matthew's 17th chapter, the Lord clearly states that John the Baptist was Elijah, which was prophesied to come by Isaiah and also by Malachi. So, this guy right here, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. And it's a waste of time when you got these ghetto scholars come up and they don't know what the hell's going on. He's coming up like he's an authority. He's not an authority. He's a lost soul. And what he should do, well, it says this. Let's go back to Ecclesiastes. Let me jump to the fifth chapter. This is why you clowns can't get it. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 1, keep thy foot when thou goest into the house of the Most High. So that gathering was the house of the Most High. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, I am also in the midst. And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. This guy's being evil. He's being evil. But he doesn't consider it. He's being evil, man. The Most High is going to destroy this guy if he does not humble himself and repent. Now, if he's not of the elect, he's going to be destroyed. He's going to take that chip and he's going to die. It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High, for the Most High is in heaven, and thou art upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. So he should shut. That's why I said, blank, shut the hell up. It said, be not rash with thy mouth, right? The word is bahal, which means to this is beautiful. It means to disturb, and you're disturbing the teaching. Disturb, to be disturbed, dismayed, terrified, anxious, to be in haste, to make haste, act hastily, be hurried. Yeah, that's why he quickly said to John, John said he wasn't John the Baptist. That's what it meant. So that's a good one right there. I like that definition. Disturb. He disturbed the gathering of the men going into the scriptures. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna put this up raw, and it's on to the next one. Hey, the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen. So it's going to be a few. The many that came in and fell back out, they were called. They were not chosen. This guy's not chosen. He's definitely not chosen. Lest the Most High, lest he humble himself, but the Most High's got to, open up his spirit anyway. If the Most High don't open up his spirit anyway, you had to be in this before, in the past life anyway. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand reincarnation. So he get his mind blowing, coming against the potential hopeful elect or prophets of the Lord. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one.